friends, foes, and other watchers on the internet. My name is Matt, and you're watching Hogwash Gaming. And today is a special episode of Monster Month. We are going to be explaining one of the newest phenomenon to hit the gaming market. We're talking Pokemon Go.
I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test. To train them is my cause.
First question, what are Pokemon? Well, simply put, they are pocket monsters, Pokemon. In the world in which they live, Pokemon kind of are what we would call animals. There are grass types, there are fire types, there are water types, there are bird types, there are bug types, there are a lot of types. And each one is different from the other, much like most animals. In the show that I grew up watching, there was a little boy named Ash, and he finally became old enough to go out and catch Pokemon. In this world, catching Pokemon and training Pokemon is a big thing. And how these people catch Pokemon is with these traps that are spherical. They're called Pokeballs, because they couldn't think of anything more creative. And traveling all around the world to catch all of them is basically everyone's great calling. And that means you have to travel far and wide to find them all and to catch them and understand all of their abilities. Then, after you catch a few, you can go to places like gyms to challenge your Pokemon. Try to see if they're better than your opponent's Pokemon. And that's when they have kind of like boxing matches, except with Pokemon powers. I'm really simplifying this, but these are the basics that you need to know in order to know what is a Pokemon. Next question, what is Pokemon Go? Well, take everything that I just told you and bring it into this world. Your phone hooks up to GPS and it kind of shows you like your neighborhood, and as you walk around, Pokemon pop up and you can catch them with virtual Pokeballs. And the more you walk around, the more things you will find. There are gyms where other players have gone and done battle, and if you win enough in those gyms, then you get to take the gym over and you become gym leader. And depending on which team you are on, you could have a whole bunch of your friends come in and help you with these battles. I'm not going to go into teams on this one. It's a very controversial thing. I'm just going to say there are choices. Alright, so here's a little Pokemon. It's a Pidgey. And it's a bird type Pokemon. And let's see if we can catch him. So we go into the catching mode. And he's not that great. He's only got 110 quality. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna spin up this Pokeball and chuck this boy. Boing. And it throws, and it has to rock 3 times in order to say, yes, you caught it. Oh, only rocked twice there. And the thing ran away. That's always annoying when it's a nice one. Good thing it was just a lame one. Anyway, let's get out of this house and go into the real world to answer the next question. Is Pokemon Go safe? A video game that gets kids outside and walking around. Alright, so we're outside and I've got Pokemon Go going, and we're going to take a walk around my neighborhood to find out if there are any Pokemon around. One of the things that you need to keep in your back pocket, metaphorically, is the fact that there is a little radar thing in the lower corner, and it tells you which ones are nearby. So that'll help you out if you're walking around and there's nothing in there. Then you need to go somewhere else because there are no Pokemon in that area. Alright, so is Pokemon Go safe? Well, that's an interesting question. It really depends where you live, for one thing. If you live in a place where there's heavy traffic, high crime, you know, muggings every day, it's probably not safe. And for me to say a game isn't safe is a big deal. But that doesn't mean that the game itself isn't safe. It just means that you have to be smart while playing it. And that's something that you're gonna have to teach kids. is to be aware of their surroundings while playing the game. And there are dangers everywhere. So what you gotta do is you just gotta be paying attention to what's going on around you. Not walking in the middle of the road, for instance. You know, no, I'm paying attention to what I'm doing because I've got a big screen showing me what's behind me, and I can hear cars coming because it's wet out. But some people don't pay attention to what's going on around them. Other times, there have been some predators, and I don't mean like a Gyarados or something like that. I mean people who want to take advantage of people not paying attention, or people who are really excited about a game, so they're not really thinking clearly about how safe something is. And so when you are playing Pokemon Go, one of the things you have to keep in mind is that we still live in a real world, even though we're playing in a fantasy one. We're walking around catching not real things, but there are real dangers in the world. Okay, so here I'm in a Pokemon battle. I am going to step off of the road, okay? So I'm gonna catch this guy. I'm gonna feed him some berries so he follows me more willingly. I sound really creepy right now. Caught him, sweet. Alright, so here's a prime example. I've got a car coming by this way and a car going by the other way. I am off of the road. The best way to do it, guys. Best way to do it. Now, it is true that Pokemon do spawn closer to roads and public places, actually. There are a lot of ways to get items and stuff like that that require you to go to more public places. And that's another thing about being safe while playing this game, is the fact that you should probably pay attention to what places you're going to. There are a few places that are Pokestops in this game that I wouldn't consider to be the safest places to go, because they're just not in good areas of town. And really there's no advantage to going to those places, because all Pokestops basically are the same as far as what you can get there. Oh, by the way, Pokestops are where you can get more Pokeballs. You get to the place, you swipe your screen, and it gives you a random amount of equipment. And when there's a lot of them in an area, then it becomes rather easy to get a lot of things at the same time, so you don't have to wait for the same spot to go back to its original state so you can get more stuff. It's a 5-minute timer. You have to wait 5 minutes before you can hit up the same spot over again, which isn't really bad if you live right next to one. But when the only one that's near your house is up a hill in the middle of nowhere, it's a little annoying. So I think the main thing that I'm saying is be smart while playing this game. I mean, I'm walking down a street playing this game. I'm not being unsafe. I'm not trespassing. You'll notice that. Quite often you don't have to trespass in order to get things that you really want to get, because you only have to be so far away from something before it pops up, and usually that's you can reach that from the street. I mean, like this one right here, this character or this Pokemon popped up in the middle of this block behind me, and I'm on the other side of the street. So if you're trespassing, you really don't need to, because usually you can reach them from the road, which is why they spawn close to roads. So if you're a parent and you're concerned about the safety of Pokemon Go, I would suggest, instead of condemning it, take your kids out and play it with them. It's definitely a game where kids and adults can do something together for once. And you're walking, and it's outside, and it's safer when you do play together. So whether or not you choose to let your kids play Pokemon Go, I myself enjoy it. I think it's perfectly safe if you use your head while you're playing it. You're more likely to catch more Pokemon and better Pokemon outside of the hospital. So, until next time, this is Hogwash, over and out. Oh, and the game gives you great walking music.